Okay, so it's been quite a while since I made my last video about trading. I've gone through quite a learning phase since then, um, and obviously the 19th of May, I really got hurt. Yeah, I was in a big trade, and I can maybe just stay zoomed out there. So I was in this trade, and I kept on thinking, if we hit that, it's going to be huge support. Those two there, that purple line is um, a monthly level, which is quite a high time frame level, and I just believed that will hold, and it didn't hold, and it just kept on. And then I hoped for the next level there. That was okay, that's a daily level, and there's quite strong support there, because it was resistance there, and it was support there, and everything just broke, and it just kept on going down. But anyway, so I haven't traded for about a month, and I made my first trade again yesterday. And I think I'm going to change my how I go about these videos slightly. I want to firstly do it as a journal, to keep myself accountable for how I trade, and I'm definitely going to do it a lot more professional from onwards from here. And what I've learned in this, can I say, last month, is the possibilities of, if you get this trading right, it can definitely be life changing. So it's definitely not easy money. That I learned the hard way. Um, but I think I love the technical analysis part. I've always been quite practical, and I've got a technical background. So I studied electronics, and I think that's what intrigues me so much about these, figuring it out. It's like, and figuring the confluences out. Um, and I've also been studying, enrolled for 2 more courses while I wasn't trading, so I'm really excited about the future. Um, so yeah, welcome to my journey, and let's do this. Okay, I'm just gonna recap my first and second trade I did yesterday and today since I was back. I'm just gonna zoom in slightly to the 1 hour. So we definitely formed a trend line here from the 15th of June. Well, that's about, say about 9 days ago. That was obvious, that line down there. And then we had this huge dump here again. So I had everything set up, and this monthly level here was just very, very important. I'm just going to zoom out again to the 4 hour. I mean, we know about that 19th of May, that big dump, and it also pointed back to, there it was a resistance, and then it turned into support. So this is a crucial level, this 29,000, well, basically 30,000. Let me just see where we went up to 20. Well, it was 29, yeah. So, and then there was a, where did I, yeah, oh, there was my entry, yeah, the 29,588. So I could see it happening, and I was sitting in front of the computer as it happened. So I had an entry just a little bit higher. I divided my entry into three, so I had one there, and the second one just picked up, so it must have been just, sorry, no, the first one was there, and the second one must have been there, because that was my average entry. And I think I had one more, um, a little bit lower. I think on the monthly was my third one, yes, on that monthly level. And then let me just go into the 1 hour again. I can just explain my trade. So what was really interesting is this. I could look back now and say, look where we could have been. Like, I mean, like 30 minutes later, it shot up, and it was past my the previous high of last night. And then during the day, it just ranged and ranged and ranged. Where we know this was yesterday, so I'm just one day too early. So it was the day before. But anyway, so did nothing. Yeah, I was just watching it, and I was trying to, all these lines are just trying to figure this channel out. So what got me really excited, this last, well, basically the last 2 weeks of this course I'm doing, is when we're just ranging sideways and not going up. So that used to get me very excited, because there you can make money, and there you can make money. But yeah, it's very boring, and I see a lot of influencers, YouTube influencers, talking about doing nothing and yawning, and it's really boring. And now I figured out a way to actually trade these ranges. So if you go into the 5 minute, so that's yeah, that's basically day trading. I've got a lot of lines here, but once that was hit, and that was hit, and that was hit, so then you've got a range there and there. So once you hit that one and it turned, you could have short, gone down again, you could have long there, so that's two trades. You could have short, I would have been stopped out there, so you would have made, say, I think I worked out 30% and 30%, but there you would have lost 10%. I wouldn't have made my stop loss bigger than 10%, and back into the range, maybe tested, and then there was a new line formed, and you could have made a smaller play there. But anyway, then this trend line was still in play that I showed earlier, and then today I saw this trend line starting to form here, and then I went in and I said, okay, let's look at this. It broke out of there, and I still didn't quite have the guts to make the trade. And then I went back, sorry, no, I looked at this trend line here, so it retested, and it retested a third time on the 5 minute. I said that's a trade, but I didn't have the guts, and then it came up and it bounced against there, and I said, well, this is closing up this trend line, and this trend line, it's definitely going to break. So then I said, what's this, what's happening here, why is there support or a support line forming? And I went back. No, sorry, apologies, that was wrong. It broke out there, and then it started how can I say, ranging to the side. I said, what's happening here, why is it ranging there? And I followed that line back, and I saw now that it was resistance there, and it was support there, and it was support there, and resistance there, resistance there, resistance. I said, that's it, I'm gonna trade off this line. So then I put near the bottom there, I think that was my entry, 33,200. Yeah, placed put a long in there. It came down and folded, and I went up, and my take profit was on this weekly. So yes, I was waiting for this thing to close. It went up, I think that one, that blue one, no, this one, yeah, that blue one there, yeah, touched, yeah, that orange one touched, and it triggered my close of my position at 21% profit. And I had to wait another 5 minutes. My heart was in my throat, and then it actually closed. It went through quite hard, and it came back. So I chose that level quite well, and just now it's ranging around there. So just a little explanation of how I traded this, and it was quite a move up, but there's a lot of moves you can make in, and if you zoom out of this chart, it really looked small. Let's just go to the 4 hour. Now there's big moves there, but we actually just made quite a nice trade just within this area. Yeah. So right, I think I'm still thinking about how I'm gonna go about these videos in the future, but I might at some point, make the video when I see the setup actually starting to form. That'll be quite interesting, to predict, and then to check afterwards if it actually played out. And then for those who want to learn and want to start trading on their own, I will definitely start sharing where I get my info. I think that was a huge learning curve for me the past 9 months, is to try and figure out what is good content and what is bad content, and I actually followed wrong people and paid a lot of money, and their technical analysis was actually, at the time, it was like boggled my mind, and it seemed really good. But as you learn and as you grow, we obviously want to get better and better, and I think that I'll be able to shorten the route, and maybe make the learning curve a little less steep by just providing a bit of guidance on who to follow and where to get info and how to learn and which courses are really valuable. And then a lot of content is for free, but finding the right content that is for free is the most difficult thing in the beginning if you don't know anything. And I think I'm not gonna charge anybody any money. I'm just going to share what I've learned so far, and obviously share the pitfalls and the dangers of this journey. Yeah, whoever's listening and watching, thank you, and let's do this.